Whether we've known it or not, Multiply Hope has been our motto from day one here at Chets. All the way back in 1998, we were meeting in the cafeteria at Chets Creek Elementary. We had big expectations for what we believed God was going to do in this area, and we've seen Him do some incredible things. When we built our first building here on Hodges Boulevard, God continued to bless. We saw more and more people and families come to know and love Jesus and experience transformation in their lives. In 2013, we felt God leading us to multiply our efforts by launching multiple campuses across the city. And by God's grace, we now have 4 campuses throughout the Jacksonville area. But over the years, our mission hasn't changed. We're still called to multiply hope and help people know God and be changed by Him in a way that'll change the world. And we believe there are 5 ways that we do that.
It was the day after Veterans Day, or the service after Veterans Day, and I went and spoke with Pastor Spike after the service and asked him to pray with me because I felt lost. I really did. And he introduced me to Jackie and Eddie, and Jackie took me to a back room, and we got on our knees and prayed, and that moment changed my life. She told me that Jesus loved me, and I didn't think anyone would. So...
Chets has seen over 2,000 people baptized since we first started, and we're hoping and praying for at least 1,000 more by the year 2028.
There's no judgment in a life group. I've even, as a life group leader, had certain questions and read a scripture that said, geez, that's weird. Where does that come from? And to be able to hear other people's perspective has really altered my life and my thinking on a lot of different scriptures. So it's a safe place where people can just come and say, hey, here's my stuff, here's my junk, here's my life. And a life group allows you to work through that in a positive way.
God created us to live in community, to have and grow relationships with others. So here at Chets, we believe that life groups are an essential part of that, of all we do, helping you connect with others and grow as a follower of Christ. We currently have 52 adult life groups. We want to see that number double as we multiply groups in the coming years across all of our campuses.
We have an identity crisis in my grade and so many grades before it, and it really just gives us value. That's what God gives you, and when you're valued, other people will value you, and when you look at people as God looks at them, then really there's no comparison to anything in this world that can give you value.
One of our core values here at Chets is that we partner with families to raise a generation of world changers. We know that parents are the primary spiritual influence on a child, but partnering with parents, we want to help them multiply hope in their homes and equip their kids and students to multiply hope in their world. That's why we do things like parent commissioning to strengthen the partnership between the church and the home. To equip parents and strengthen families, our goal is to see 500 families participate in parent commissioning between now and the year 2028. We know that the role of the church is to carry hope and to be a light in culture for this next generation. By 2028, we want to be equipping 500 students every week through our student ministry across our campuses. And students aren't the only one dealing with hopelessness in our community. Our city is full of hurting people who need the hope of Jesus Christ. And so we also multiply hope by meeting needs in our local communities.
At the lowest point of my life, I knew I had to return to God. And what I found at Celebrate Recovery were non-judgmental people who modeled Christ's grace, love, and forgiveness, leading me to find meaning and purpose in my own life.
We want to launch Celebrate Recovery programs at every campus to help people deal with their hurts, habits, and hang-ups. 15% of the population in our city does not speak English. We want to expand our ministry to internationals by starting additional language fellowships, service translations, and ESL classes. Nearly 160,000 people living in Jacksonville live below the poverty line. We're going to build a Hope Center at our Southside campus to share the love of Christ by meeting those needs. Your generosity fuels the multiplication of hope. Through your faithful giving, we've been able to do some incredible things over the years here at Chets Creek Church. We believe God has called us to focus on these priorities as we move forward. And with that, we have some really exciting projects we want to tell you about that are going to help us fulfill this vision God has given us.
We were so excited when God called us to plant this Nocatee campus back in 2014. Nocatee is the third fastest growing community in the nation, and the opportunities that we've seen here, well, they've been incredible. And since we've launched, we've been meeting here at Valley Ridge Academy, but now we've grown to the point where we believe it's time for a permanent location. So we've already secured the property and we're ready to move forward with the first phase building. And this new building is going to give us enough space for worship, for kids, for students, and adult ministries. And also we're going to have the opportunity for some midweek ministries that we don't have right now because of the limitations of meeting in the school. And so church, I can't wait to see how God continues to multiply hope here in the Nocatee community.
So here at the Hodges campus, we'll be continuing to invest in the next generation by building a dedicated student building with enough space for student worship, life groups, and all the other things that we do here in the student ministry. Moving our students to this area will also give us more room for other ministries like Chets Kids and the adult life groups so that they have room to grow as well. We'll also be able to use this space during the week for other ministries like Celebrate Recovery, the ESL classes, Bible studies, and lots of others.
So as the north side of Jacksonville continues to grow, our north campus will be positioned to grow as well by renovating our current facilities to maximize space. Honestly, we're looking ahead as to what our future holds, whether that be expansion of our current location or seeking additional space.
We've recently renovated all the spaces of our Southside campus. Now we want to connect those spaces with a welcoming area that'll provide a main entrance and central gathering space to the campus with plenty of room for our church families and guests to mingle and connect.
One of the things we are most excited about is going to happen right here at the property of the Southside campus. We believe that this campus is uniquely positioned in an area with a lot of diverse people groups and a lot of needs. So we're excited to build a Hope Center here that will have a multi-use space. So that way we can meet the physical needs of those in our community while we also share the hope that only Jesus provides. You know, the Hope Center will give us some great ministry opportunities that all of our Chets campuses and language fellowships can be a part of.
You may be thinking, man, this sounds like a lot. Well, it is. And this is by far the largest financial undertaking that we've ever taken as a church family. But it's also the biggest vision. All together, we need to raise at least $12 million to fulfill this vision. Like I said before, multiplying hope is what Chets has been about from day one. We're here to bring hope to the Mikes and the Roxannes, the Chris's and the Kayas, for those who need Christ, the next generation, our neighbors, our city, and beyond. I got to tell you, I believe our best days at Chets are yet to come. I believe our most impactful days as a church are ahead of us. We're excited about this next season of ministry, and we believe everyone has a part to play in this unbelievable vision. Our desire is that everyone who calls Chets Creek home would take time to ask God, what's my role? How can I contribute to what we're doing here at Chets? Is it through my time and service? Is it financially? Is it both? So I want to ask you to take time to make a decision and move forward with us. We can do so much more together. And as we trust God and step out in faith, we can't wait to see how He uses us to multiply hope in our community, our city, and our world. Pray with me that God would do unbelievable, miraculous things through us through this Multiply Hope campaign.